Over the shoulder of Nick Bootland is a North Division banner, which will have another year added to it next year as the Kalamazoo Wings captured their third straight North Division title. And Nick, I know it's tough to measure win by win, year by year, but where does this North Division title rank compared to the others?
Well, obviously we're proud. It's one of the goals we set out to have and to try and achieve this year, and we were able to pull that off. You know, it was a year that was. We went through some adversity as a hockey team, you know, with call-ups and injuries. I think at one point this year we were at 12 players or 13 players out of our regular rotation, and you know, we still found a way to win games and stay on top, and you know, we were pretty much there from start to finish. So that's exciting, and certainly I'm proud of the accomplishment, and really it's a testament to the players becoming a team. At the ECHL level, that's the biggest thing for a coach in my mind, is trying to create those guys believing in each other and creating a team atmosphere. You know, a lot of guys, a lot of teams might say they're a team and say they care, but you know, I think we're one of those teams that cares a little more, and you know, not as worried about the call-ups, and you know, obviously we want individual success, but we understand that having team success is going to help everybody.
Two of the numbers that are mind-boggling. The K-Wings will be close to 300 man games missed because the American Hockey League does not include injuries. More importantly, when it's all said and done, the K-Wings will be in first place for 150 days in the regular season, second place for 16 days, and a combined total of 0 days in third and fourth in the North. That says a lot about how well you guys have played with the lead and with the division lead all season long.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a battle all season, and these guys have been truly kept focused. And you know, I mean, we're not perfect by any means, and we're working on trying to be perfect. You know, we have 6 periods of hockey left to try and perfect our game going into the postseason, and we understand the importance of the matchups through the weekend.
You guys want to play well going into the playoffs. Is this weekend about playing well into the playoffs, or is it about evaluating players to see who will be on the playoff roster and who won't?
Well, I think there's a combination of both. You know, we're not going to sit back or hold back. Our goal is to win both hockey games, and you know, we don't go into any game not trying to win. And you know, we have Chicago. We understand that they're on a bit of a roll. So if we can beat them, you know, I know there's some crazy tiebreakers, but if we beat them, it's most likely that we don't play them, and that's what we want. We know how physical they are as a team and how difficult it could be to play them in a long series.
When you look at the defense, you want to shore it up before going into the postseason. You've outscored your opponents 12-2 in the last 2 games. Is that a sign that things are going in the right direction?
Well, yeah, I mean, you have to understand that you know, some of the teams we're playing are a little banged up, and you know, are coming off some injuries and that type of thing, and they're doing some evaluating of their own. So you know, I think there are huge games where we stepped up and we did a great job. You know, last night's game, I felt the first period, even though we're up 2-0, I didn't feel we were playing as well as possible. And you know, we're going to critique every game the same way, whether we lose 10-1, or it's a 5-4 1-goal game. You know, so we put our thumbprint on it and want to make sure that it's our style of hockey and the way we want to play.
With the captain, Wes O'Neill, Kalamazoo, 3-time North Division champs. You've captained 2 of these, and it seemed it was almost like you guys are celebrating the 3rd win of the season, not a North Division title. Does that said a lot about your team heading into the playoffs, that there's a bigger fish to fry?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, getting to the finals last year, we knew coming in this year that we wanted to make it back there and set a higher goal for ourselves of winning it. So obviously it's a great thing to win the division. Our division's full of tough teams, and it's a battle every night we play them, and you know, it just says a lot about the organization and the goals that they set and the goals that we set as a group in here.
I know there's some other guys in the AHL that you'd like to have back here, but this team has always prided itself on depth. And when you look at the last couple of games, Darren Archibald, Nick Bootland, and Trent Davatilla on the blue line, you guys are getting offensive support. It seems like it's a different hero every night.
Yeah, we have a mentality of winning by committee. You know, we haven't been able to have the Brandon Svensons or Dean Strongs around all year, so we've had to learn to put the puck in the net other ways. So I think it's benefited us as a group to learn how to play more as a team and not rely on a single guy. Obviously, we'd love to have those guys back, but you know, we don't count on it because you never know what's going to happen.
You want to shore up the defense going into the postseason, and outscoring your opponents 12-2 in your last 2 games is a sign that's happening.
Yeah, you know, we've made it a focus of ours to work on the D zone and make sure we're battling hard in front of Gilly and helping him out. You know, he's been there for us all year, and you know, it's time that we repay him, especially coming into playoffs here.
K-Wing forward Darren Archibald, first career hat trick coming off a North Division title win, and you've been scoring, and the game's been become very easy for you of late. Explain how it feel to get your first pro hat trick.
You know, it felt great. They're pretty rare, and I was fortunate to get one. But the main thing is that we got the win last night.
You talk about the anticlimactic celebrations. I know the game was pretty much out of hand by the second period, but for a team that's won a North Division title, you guys were acting like it was a win in Game 3 of the season.
Well, every game from here on out is like a playoff game. It's that time of the year, and you got to get in the mode. And last night was huge for us to lock up that division.
Talk about the MVP. You get the Rookie of the Year for the Kalamazoo Wings. Says a lot for a guy that spent time in both the AHL as well as here. And you heard Corey Carliner passing by talking about line mates, but Rookie of the Year in your first year and really first couple games in the Kalamazoo Wings.
Yeah, well, shout out to Corey Carliner and Nick Bootland, my line mates there. They've been a huge help for me, and it's an honor to win that award here. And just come to the rink every day, work my hardest, and help support and contribute to the team.
You've been playing well, and obviously you got the hat trick. But talk about your other line mate in Nick Bootland. It seems like everything he throws to the net's going in of late.
Yeah, he's hot right now. I think it's 7 or 8 games that he's on a streak right now, and I'm trying to dish him the puck as much as possible. And I think last night was the other way around, but our whole line right now is just hot.
Sam Ftorek in the K-Wing locker room, and Sam, you've been a part of 3 of these now for the Kalamazoo Wings, division titles, and I've seen the celebrations for the previous 2. This one, probably the most mellow of it. Does that say a lot about the tone of this team heading into the playoffs?
Yeah, definitely. Nick's talked about having, a greater purpose other than the game. Obviously, we wanted to win, we wanted to clinch, we did that. But it was kind of done in the first period, so we played the way we were supposed to. We buckled down for 60 minutes. Obviously, the late goal kind of hurt us, but this was not something to celebrate. It's great after the season to look back on it, but we have a bigger championship in mind.
You guys want to play well going into the postseason. 16-2 in your last 2, or 12-2, I should say, in your last 2 games says a lot that you guys are playing well. Yeah,
we're doing well. Like I said, we got to buckle down for 60 minutes because the competition is only going to get better in the playoffs. Things get tighter. It's discipline in your systems and discipline on the ice. So it's we're working hard to achieve that.
I don't want to make Nick Bootland's job any easier, but I think you're safe for the playoff roster. But a lot of the new guys making it very difficult for the head coach.
No question. Everyone that's come in stepped up and played big minutes, and they played really well. It's tough when the guys coming down and the guys in and out of the lineup and injuries. We have the same depth that we had last year. It's just a matter of putting the right minutes on the ice at the right time, and that makes a tough decision coming up.
In a league and in a sport where there's a lot of turnover, year in, year out. I know we have a core guy, a bunch of guys, but what does it say about this team to able to really do it 3 straight years with a lot of different players?
It just speaks volumes about the guys that come here. They want to be here. They want to win a championship. Nothing else really matters. It's just a matter of having Nick bring them back. So.